As we enter January in the Premier League, scoring has been a problem for Wolverhampton, but the transfer window has been kind for the Wolves. Will new additions and a new formation help break the scoring drought? Find out next on Rise of the Wolves. Welcome back to episode 7 of Rise of the Wolves here at Total FIFA Career Mode at the Pitchside Pub. We've got a jam-packed January with the FA Cup starting. We've got a Carabao Cup home and away tie coming up, plus the league. So it's going to be a huge month for the trajectory of this career. We've got a chance to actually win the Carabao Cup. We have to go a certain amount of distance into the FA Cup, and of course we can't get relegated, so we got a ton going on. We're going to start with the FA Cup. We got a favorable draw against Preston North End to start off, and we are going to be debuting a new formation that I'm going to show you here. I can get into more details about how it works as we play, but you can see we've got a bit of a flying V formation. It's really just a 4-3-3, but the other attacking wings have come inside as attacking midfielders, and the central midfielders have gone out wide a little bit to create those passing lanes, to create space. And of course we are going to be rotating the lineup because we have a week draw here, and we've got a Carabao Cup semi-final against Newcastle in 3 days. So we're going to play some of the new guys, some of the reserves, and we're going to get going here. We get to test our new formation against Preston North End, and right away you can see what I was hoping for with the spacing and the extra passing options. As you see the wing back coming up on the break, he has 3 options now that he can start to pass to instead of having to continue to bring the ball up the pitch himself, which will allow him to save on stamina and stay back further while not hindering our attacking options. So he continues to progress forward, but now we can give it up, and Tallis Magno's got a couple guys to choose from. He's got Fabio Silva, who finds Gianotto, and the new guy, finds the back of the net. What a great start to Gianotto's career at Wolverhampton. You gotta love that. Sure, it's against Preston. Look at these passes. Lots of guys to choose from. He's just faster. He has tremendous pace, so he was able to beat his defender. It's not going to be that easy when we get against Premier League competition, but that's the exact spacing I'm hoping for with this formation. Again, you see passing options. Every time a guy gets a pass in midfield, he's got somebody else to go to. Tons of options. Silva up to Quentin Timber. Oh, that's a thing of beauty. The other new guy, Quentin Timber, a January transfer, opening up his Wolverhampton account. Both of our new additions brought in to help the offense immediately score in the first game. It is not going to be this easy as we move forward, but that is as good of a start as we could hope for. 2 is all we get against Preston. We were playing some of the younger guys as well, so we didn't have the full first team out there, but great to see the new guys get on the scoreboard and to advance in the FA Cup. Our board wants us to reach the round of 16, so that's an objective we've got to hit. Gianotto and Timber both opening up their accounts, and we get the video off to a fantastic start, 2-0. Now we can turn our attention to the other cup, where we're in the semi-finals against Newcastle, and this is what the starting 11 will look like in this new formation. This is full strength. This is the whole squad here, and we have to go to St. James's Park. This is not going to be an easy task. This is always a tough place to play, but we've got the first team ready to go. This is a home-and-home, 2-legged semi-final Carabao Cup action. Early on, 8th minute, looking for those passing lanes, finds Holozic, and we got a foul. We have a foul in the box. He's not going to get carded, but this is going to result in a penalty, and I think this is the first penalty that we've taken all year. We've given away a couple, but I don't recall taking a penalty kick all season. So Holozic steps up for the penalty kick, puts a good boot on it. Oh, but it's saved. It's saved. It looked like he got a pretty good look at it. Maybe not all the way to the post, not pretty good and high, but the goalkeeper guesses right, puts his body on the line. He broke his neck. Oh, but a great opportunity squandered as we are 0-0 still into the 34th minute. Up ahead, looking for passing options, Quentin Timber. He's got Kiergaard back to Timber. Looking for options. We have tons of men in the box. Hasn't hurt us on defense yet. Nori up to Holozic, who puts a good shot on goal, but tough angle. But you can see, we've got the passing options. We've got the numbers. We are putting more players ahead on offense to try to compensate. Speaking of, Emil Smith-Rowe, at the end of the first half, looking for a man, finds Gomez. Oh, he just plows into the goalkeeper with that shot. Oh, he can't get a goal to save his life. Sergio Gomez still scoreless on the season, and those are just some good looks that he can't convert. 76th minute, we've got another chance for a great look. There's Holozic, and he finds the net. Adam Holozic with the go-ahead goal on a fantastic pass from Emil Smith-Rowe, and that gives Wolverhampton a lead in the Carabao Cup against Newcastle. Look at this spacing, a great pass. He had two guys there. Holozic gets to it first, a fantastic finish, and he has really come on strong of late, and we are hoping that this new formation can unlock some more opportunities for Holozic. You see 7 shot attempts this game. That is fantastic. That's more than we've had in entire games thus far, and the first leg, we go on the road and get a 1-0 win, so we will be up 1-0 coming back to the Molyneux in a few weeks. And you can see, this is one of the first times against a Premier League opponent that our expected goals was significantly more than the opponent, our shots more than the opponent. That simply has not happened outside of the Carabao Cup games against weaker competition. So, you know, it is the Carabao Cup. It doesn't help us in the league, and we've had trouble scoring in the league. For whatever reason, the competition level here in FC 24 seems to play differently, not just with who you're playing, but even playing the same team in the Carabao Cup or maybe the FA Cup versus playing him in the Premier League. It's just not the same level of competition. But we're going to see how this works in the Premier League. And we played Brighton earlier in the season. It was the second game of the season back in August, and it was a 3-0 drubbing by Brighton. So we've got a little payback in mind, but this is a good squad. Oh, as you see, João Pedro right away giving Brighton the 1-0 lead. They have been fabulous on offense, at least against us. That's now 4 goals against Brighton in just a little over 90 minutes. This is an early goal as Brighton gets on the scoreboard right away. You see the nice little finish, almost a pass into the net. Chevalier had no chance. The defense just does not mark João Pedro properly. And this formation is offensively inclined, so we do have to watch to see how it's going to be on defense. As you see, Chevalier with a fantastic save on a corner kick. Almost went up 2-0 Brighton. He's been fantastic all year, and as we commit a few more players forward, he's going to have to continue to hold us strong on that back line. Towards the end of the first half, still 1-0 Brighton, but we're on the attack. Holozic finds a seam, and a little chip into the net. What a beauty. That is a clinical little finish. Look, just mid-dribble, just sticks a foot out and pitches it. Little chip shot over the keeper to tie it up. He's now up to 7 goals in the Premier League. He's having a nice season for a young player who got off to a slow start. Into the second half, still 1-1. Mitoma just wide. Can't find the net. Chevalier probably had that one covered up as it is. 78th minute. Wolves back on the attack. Giannotto with a space, and he tries a chip shot too. Oh, it doesn't work. Look at this. I don't hate the effort. He wasn't going to blast it past the keeper there, just a little bit too much on it. He's disappointed. He knows that was a good opportunity. 88th minute, still tied. Looking like we're going to fight for a draw here, but we've got another opportunity. Timber maintains possession over to Gomes. Giannotto finds Josh Doig. He pulls it back, maintains possession over to the center. Holozic. Oh, it's just wide. Adam Holozic. We've been talking about how great he's been playing. Little turn, pivot, fire, and it's just high. It wasn't wide, it was just high. Oh, that's devastating. A late opportunity to get 3 points, and we cannot do it. Into stoppage time, Quentin Timber with the interception. The counterattack, Giannotto with his pace. Hard to stop. pauses, another touch pass back to Timber to Giannotto. He's got a man to beat. Can he get inside of him? Yes, he can. Can he find Holozic? Yes, he can. Holozic finds the net. A late goal for Adam Holozic, a fabulous team goal. As you see the new formation paying off, finding Adam Holozic in front of the net, wide open for his easiest goal of the year, but maybe his most important. In stoppage time, you see, once it gets to Holozic, the job is just about done. Giannotto does most of the work, but Holozic with the calm, collected finish. Would have been so easy to put that one over the net, but he doesn't do it. His 8th goal in 21 Premier League games, and that one is an absolute doozy as we get out of Brighton with a 2-1 victory and 3 very important points over a team that was only one place behind us in the standings. You see, they had a little more offensive attack than Newcastle did last game and then we did, but hey, 3 expected goals for us has been pretty good. That's better than we've been doing. And you see, those are 3 huge points to put us up to 13th place, giving us some separation from Brighton. That's where we were sitting at 20 now, 23 points on 21 games. And you see the offense coming alive a little bit. Into the next week, we have to now take on Newcastle again for the second leg of this Carabao Cup draw, but at least this one's home, and we've got a 1-goal lead heading into the match. And more importantly, we've got a week plus in between, so we will be at full strength for this game. But we have no intention of taking Newcastle lightly, as you know they're going to be here on the attack. And early on, sure enough, 3rd minute, a great look for Alexander Isak. But Chevalier up to the challenge, keeping it 0-0 and 1-0 in the aggregate. 21st minute, now Wolves back on the attack. Great pass from Timber. He finds Holozic, and Holozic continues to find the net. What a great finish. What a great run. What a great pass by Timber. Under control, Holozic just blasts it into the net. Fantastic goal. Gives Wolves a 1-0 lead in this game, 2-0 in the aggregate. And now Newcastle's really going to have to push ahead, which is going to create more opportunities for us. Chance here to stick our foot on the throat of Newcastle. Can't quite do it there. Emile Smith-Rowe, a good look, but saved. 29th minute, Newcastle back on the attack. Oh, fine, gets behind the defense. Oh, just wide from Longstaff. That was a good opportunity. We got to watch ourselves. Can't get too far forward and give up these opportunities and let Newcastle back in the match. It's only 2-0 in the aggregate. As you see, a nice save from Newcastle, but on the ensuing kick, trying to get possession back, and a great play by Kiergaard to head the ball. Emile Smith-Rowe, absolutely fantastic first touch, dribbles ahead, finds Holozic. Oh, that's a thing of beauty. Emile Smith-Rowe coming alive as this right attacking midfielder in our new formation makes a fantastic play to save the possession and give Wolverhampton another chance to score. And this one, look at this. This is Kiergaard makes the play by getting up high, but look at that first touch from Emile Smith-Rowe. He's the one that maintains the possession, fends off the defender, and then a great look to Holozic. Keeper can't get back in time, and that's another great finish. And we are now taking control of this match, up 3-0 in the aggregate as we get towards the end of the first half. Oh, Kiergaard looking for the reward from his great play on the last goal, and he just crushes one over the net. Can't make it happen. 49th minute, Giannotto, little lob pass to Holozic, who finds a man. Emile Smith-Rowe, is it his turn? Oh, yes, it is. Emile Smith-Rowe, another one of our big off-season summer signings who has not lived up to it, but he does find the net here, and now Wolves are taking control of this match. Good to see Emile Smith-Rowe coming alive. He's had a couple goals on the season, but really has not been a huge part of the offense yet. Hopefully that's changing. A few minutes later, back on the attack. We're really just putting the nail in the coffin here as Timber up ahead to Kiergaard. He's got some space. He finds Smith-Rowe. Oh, look at it. Emile Smith-Rowe coming alive. Where has this been all season? If Emile Smith-Rowe had played like this all season, we'd be a top 7 or 8 team without a doubt, because he has not really contributed much on offense, a few assists, and now I think that's his 4th goal of the season, 2 in this game, out of nowhere, and that is a fantastic sign. As you see us up 5-0 in aggregate. All right, make it 5-1. we're going to give up a goal here. Alexander Isak is a tough man to keep down. He finds the net in the 81st minute. Probably not going to do any harm, but yeah, you don't like to see it. Would have been nice to keep it clean, but hey, it's tough to keep a good Newcastle team down. And hey, maybe we get it right back right here. Giannotto absolutely gets on a break. He's got pace for days. Nobody's going to catch him. All comes down to the finish. That was fantastic. That gets that goal from Isak right back. And, you know, as though there was any doubt, that takes care of it right there. Adam Holozic, fantastic in both legs of the draw. Fantastic this entire month of January. He is absolutely shining in our new formation, and we've seen the attacking work against both, you know, lower competition, high-scoring competition, Premier League competition. We are off to a great start. 5-1, a decisive double-ended victory there against Newcastle. Now, here FC24 does something I hate, which is, you know, they scheduled the next round of the FA Cup, and entering this game against Newcastle, we didn't know we had a game on Saturday. I would have made more substitutions in that game as we took charge if I had known I had another game in 4 days instead of in a week. It would be really nice if FC would actually schedule the games when they'd really be scheduled. We should have known about that about 2 days after the Preston game, but it wasn't on the calendar. Gotta hate that kind of stuff. That's so unrealistic. Luckily, it's Middlesbrough, so we can probably get away with a little bit lesser of a lineup, but, you know, you try to plan this stuff ahead and keep it realistic, and then the game just doesn't cooperate with you. It's one of the real frustrations with this game. But nevertheless, we are in the Carabao Cup final. It'll be at the end of February in a month against Manchester United. That will be a tough matchup, and we just so happen to face them in league competition in about 2 games in about a week in this career as it is. So we will get a look at them. We'll see how we stack up and see if we need to make any changes to face them with a chance to play for a trophy, which is not something I thought we'd be saying in this career. That was not one of the goals. Yeah, it's the lesser of the possible trophies, but, you know, trophy's a trophy for Wolverhampton, and that would be a just fantastic start to this career, as is our new formation, which seems to have brought the offensive alive. We will see if that continues. Thanks for joining us here on episode 7 of Rise of the Wolves. If you haven't by now, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me so you know when we make new videos. We're going to try and keep them coming fast. Get in that comment section. Let me know what you think, what you like, what you don't like. And of course, if you don't already, follow us on Twitter at PitchsidePub. Thanks as always for joining us here at Total FIFA Career Mode at the Pitchside Pub.